Hi. Hey, it's Roger Slingerman. I'm Executive Director for UCP Central California. We're here on our renovation site here at 2044 East Nees Avenue here in Fresno, California. And as you take a look at our outdoor student plaza area, that's really getting to a point of completion. We're a couple big phases left, but they're going to stucco all the outside of these big shade tent area that'll be picked. We're actually picking the colors of the shade tent this week. They'll come back, then they'll lay concrete here in this other area. Then they'll finish the classrooms of 1 through 5, and then we'll move out of our current offices to the other side. They'll finish up the rest of the side building here. We plan on moving out in September from that point and moving to the other side, and then we'll end up moving into the new building, the big building after a while. Yes?
Roger, what exactly are they doing right there on the dirt?
Well, actually in the dirt right now, you've got an excavator or a shovel that are leveling everything for the concrete. So when they'll end up coming back in here, they'll pour concrete over this entire area. There's also some planter boxes that'll go in. You can see electrical through the ground, out of the grounds of where lighting for all the shade structure will be. There's also going to be a stage out here in this area. And as you come to the one end of the thing, there's an extension to the building, which is about a 2,000 square foot extension, making the building over 40,000 square feet. And that'll actually be our student lounge. It'll overlook the outside plaza area. It has student lockers, it has student restrooms. It'll also have our student area where we have our 12 changing tables. And then as we get into the other part of the multi-purpose room and other classrooms and other teaching kitchens and all the other ADA plus things that have happened in this building from this facility. Yes?
Roger, so are you going to take us inside now and show us all that?
I would love to take you inside and show you all that.
We'll follow you.
Just so you know too, they're getting ready to fix the roof, the metal pieces they took off. They'll do siding on stucco on the outside of the building and out here. Most of the windows have gone in. The doors will be going in the next 2 weeks. They're getting ready to take the old doors out, put wood in temporarily, as we'll see here, and then they'll be cleaning the roof, and they start painting within the next 2 weeks too on the outside of the facility. Yes.
Hey Roger, is that a door there that you're talking about?
There is a door that's going to go right in this area here, and they got it boarded up right now. So what'll happen is once the boards comes down, the frames will go in for the doors. Doors are going. You can see on either side there's windows. One's an actual window that'll go into the facility. The other one is actually just a storefront looking window from that perspective because of that they have a wall on the inside of that aspect. Yes.
So Roger, are those brand new windows right there?
They are. The entire facility. We had 19 windows on the outside of this facility, all redone. Just on the big building, all the windows in the classrooms out in the extensions buildings, they're all the same, but all new doors, all new windows, 50 some doors, 19 windows on the outside of this facility. We also want to thank one of our sponsors, one of the contractors that helped with the windows. We appreciate them as well, and they did a great job of getting them in. Very unique. Each window's different. None of them are the same. So that's kind of cool as well. Hey, you can see my reflection. How you doing? All right, I like it. As you walk around the building, you're going to see still concrete that's all re-poured. All these columns, everything is getting painted except for this brickwork. That brick staying the same colors. There's 3 different colors to the building. It's a dark gray, a brownish, and an off-whitish. So it will change the look of the facility. It will blend in, and we want it to look different. We want it to look like it's ours, and it's UCP Central California. So it's an exciting time. Again, you got windows you'll see here. We'll walk into the building here.
Oh, no.
Windows you'll see here. We'll walk into the building here.
Oh, no.
What's interesting is part of the construction you'll see here. We'll walk into the building here.
Oh, no.
What's interesting is part of the construction phase when they take into our staff lounge, they're putting in cabinets, they're putting in lockers. You can walk through the roof, the ceiling, the lights. It's kind of neat too because if you come in here, there's actually switches, and you can actually turn the lights off in here, and they kind of go off, right? Then you can turn them back on, which is cool. And they'll actually have motion sensors for walking in and out of the rooms and on timers, those type of things. You can see that this room has some additional windows. You can see the cabinetry that's getting put in. You can come over here. You can actually see some of the lockers that are already installed. These are our staff lockers and staff areas, and they'll be able to have be able to store all their stuff, as well as there'll be a convenience area. There'll be a microwave. There'll be an area to cook. There'll be a sink. There'll be a refrigerator. There'll be also some commercial items for sale as far as vending machines as well. So it'll be an area where they can relax and think. This is about 10 times the size of our current lounge for staff, and this is a real big upgrade for what we're doing in that respect. So, and again, if you look up, you can see the sprinkler systems in. You can see the fire alarms that are in. They've all been tested. You'll start to see the rest of the ceiling go in on these rooms, and then they'll start to build. You can see the cabinetry that's going against the walls for the microwaves and for the coffee pots and everything else that'll be here for the staff lounge. Yeah. As we leave the staff lounge, we'll walk into the hallway. If you notice the flooring, it's all brushed concrete now. Concrete. We made a decision to go concrete because of the staff. Because of the students and the wheelchairs and the use. Remember, this hallway wasn't as wide as it was. We moved the wall over. You can see now you can see the depth. You can see the lighting. You can see the T-bar. You can see as it goes into this main area. But there's an awful lot of construction still going on. As much has been done, there's still much to do, and we're excited about the next 5 months as we go into 2026. And our goal is that most of this will be finished by the end of 2025. And as we move into 26, we'll look for a grand opening and students hopefully being here by February 1st.
I have a question.
Yes.
Where are you going to take us next on this tour?
I think I'm going to take you into the changing room areas because there's been a lot done since we were in there. More tile, more cabinetry, getting ready to finish the ceilings. There's 12 of them in this area. There's also 2 that have showers. And you'll kind of see the differences in each of the areas, how cabinetry in there from that standpoint. Yes?
I've been hearing that this is a unique feature, and it's one of the only facilities in the Central Valley of California that has 13 total changing rooms.
Well, yes. I mean, there's a lot of facilities that probably have changing rooms, even like our site. I think we have 7. And, we've makeshifted every one of them. Now you're talking about all these are pre-designed. They're all in one area. There's an they'll all have lifts. They'll all have changing tables. They'll all have a toilet. They'll all have sinks, and very unique and very new and very exciting, and a lot more opportunities for us to get the changes done in a timely manner so people can get back and enjoy the program. So yes, it is unique. 2 or 3 of the things are unique. You'll see door widths 4 foot wide as you go in and out of facilities for space for wheelchairs. You'll see at the bottom, you'll see tile to protect the walls from wheelchairs. You'll see the doors, and then as you walk into a changing room, kind of cool. You walk in, you got your very, very upgraded. It's not just a blank white room. It's pretty nice. You've got your storage cabinets for all your supplies that you would need for changing. Each one of them has their own supply area, and there's also a big supply area at the end of the hallway. Again, you can start to look up at the ceilings, fire extinguisher, fire alarms in, electricity getting ready to go completed. Again, it's kind of neat when you can go and turn off a light in a room. Kind of like that. So down here, you can see again the polished concrete. You can see this room, a little uniqueness, a little difference. Lights go on. Cabinetry a little bit smaller in that respect, but enough for the use of that. And again, there's areas of where we would have chemical supplies and things, and they all have to be locked, and we'll have areas for that as well. But again, you'll see a toilet's going to go in here. You got your space for your sink. You'll have a changing table. There'll be lifts moving in and out to get out of the basic care needs for our staff, our students, by our staff, who, by the way, are the best people in the world. Yes, ma'am.
Can you show us one of these brand new showers?
I can. Let's go. We'll walk down to the other end. They're still doing some work down here. The 2 showers on this end. You got your showers, both sides. Right now you can see these guys they're getting all their stuff in here. You got tiles on the walls. You got your cabinetry again. That's in here. You've also got your shower. In fact, even the drains in. It looks like you can't turn it on yet, but you definitely have your hardware's in your shower. So you got it's kind of almost a complete room, and it won't be long. Once when we move into this building, we'll have licensing come in, and you get your permits in your city and do all that, and also license for the state of California. So everything's going to have to be in place. So in the next 5 months, you'll start to see how it changes and how we need it. But very unique, the shower piece. We don't use it that often, but if we have it in case people do need that from that standpoint, yeah. I was walking, that's why I was looking, but yeah. But you got, there's your second shower in there if you want to take a look. One of the things in what we were conscious about in the facility was the fact of storage. So this used to be an old IT room, but now it'll be storage for all the supplies needed for our facilities and all our changing rooms. This is also where the student area is, where you have lockers. You'll have the exit to the student plaza, which we'll see. They're putting in all the cabinetry, finishing up all the lighting, electricity. Sebastian's one of our top subcontractors on the job. They're doing an amazing job. There's an awful lot of wiring that goes throughout the facility. You can see that they're putting together lockers for the students, and they'll be varied throughout the various sizes for what the needs are from that standpoint. As we go here, you can see in here they're putting up sheetrock in the. As we get into this area, you've got the student plaza. This is the student plaza. They're finishing up the sheetrock. You can see they'll get ready to put ceiling in next. They got insulation in the walls. You got them in almost every room in this site. Has gone through this process. Framed, insulation, sheetrock, to the point of completion of a room. And as you can see, most of these things, you got your air ducts, you've got your space for your air ducts, you got your space for your lighting, and big picture window that will go out towards the student plaza area. Two big picture windows on either side of it, letting in an awful lot of light and letting people experience the indoor and the outdoor of the UCP Plus facility. So, yes. UCP Plus Central California.
I have a question, Roger.
Yes. So, yes. UCP Plus Central California.
I have a question, Roger.
Yes. Campaign, the UCP Plus Central California, and celebrating 70 years. Also are established in 1954. We just want people to understand that Plus represents the other disabilities that we provide services for other than cerebral palsy. And we also want to let people know that that's 93% of what we serve is the other. It's the Plus. So we've added the Plus to our name. We've added the Plus to how we advertise. We've changed our name in that respect. And we love it moving forward. It's been very positive. It's very educational. We provide service for intellectual and developmental disabilities, as well as people with autism, Down syndrome, and the full gamut of disabilities. And to be honest, it's been very educational for not only parents and family that have been here for their entire careers, and from whatever they do from that perspective. So the Plus is with us. We want to keep it. We love it. We're thankful for it, and it's a great way for us to communicate what services we provide other than people with cerebral palsy. But cerebral palsy was our beginning back in 1954, and then nationally was back in 1949. So they're on their 75th year. We're in our 70th year, 70th plus years. So yes, excited about that. You can see some of the hardware still. Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Very good, thanks. Very good. So as we
look at
walk
all
out
those
here,
window frames.
hardware still. Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Very good, thanks. Very good. So as we
look at all
walk out
those
here,
window frames.
this is
They're
the
putting
fire
in the
exit that
windows
was
as
added. Got another. So we'll show you laundry room and here. This is the fire exit that was added. Got another. So we'll show you laundry room in here where we have multiple washers and dryers. So that's why I was going to walk this way so you can see me. A lot easier to get to the additional windows and additional frames that'll be put in this facility. That's about the last pieces of the things that'll go in the walls and the doors. We got painters, we got people doing tile, we've got people doing textures on the walls, we've got people doing the ceiling T-bars, and we've got electricians everywhere, hanging wire, moving wire, and doing all those things. like I said, this is the room with the washer and dryer. Again, you people, why do you need it? Well, we have a lot of soil things. We have, we feed people. We need things, and it's an opportunity for us. We built it to the right specs. It's a great added to our thing. Got some storage in here, which we need throughout the facility for, diapers and different basic care needs for our staff, students, and our program. So again, all good, exciting things from that perspective. You got your area for your water fountains. That's a classroom. That's for, actually that'll be a staff work area for the facility. One of the areas. This is a thing too as we get into this room. Again, notice the wider doors for space, for exits, wider doors for entrance into our nursing station.
Roger, can you talk more a little bit about the wider doors?
The wider doors, yeah. So ADA is 36-inch doors. All the doors in this facility, except for a few, are all going to be 4.0 doors, which is 4-foot doors, which is 48 inches. So it gives you that extra space. The wheelchairs, one or two, you can almost get two at a time through here, but it protects our walls, it protects the wheelchairs, it gives people more freedom, gives them more flexibility to get in and out of the rooms. A lot easier in that respect. With the stainless, with the metal doors, a lot of things are protected because we're hard on facilities from that perspective. This room is a very unique in our facility. It's a nursing, what we call our nurses area. We have two full rooms where we'll have 2 nurses in those. We'll have a third revolving nurse that'll go in here and out in the community with our students. We'll have at least 3 LVNs on staff when we're finished. We also have another RN on staff. So we have a very unique facility in that respect. It's something different. We'll have 2 hospital beds. It's nice because there's some air. There's a bathroom in here for themselves. There's also an opportunity if somebody wants to come in here and get some rest and get out of the day-to-day program. We'll have that area in here as well. So it's very, very large space, very unique, and a big part of what we program. We'll have that area in here as well. So it's very, very large space, very unique, and a big part of what we are and what we have in our facility. So that's one of our nurses' areas. They'll have a hospital bed or a bed in there in that respect. They'll have a sink. They'll have cabinetry. They'll have a desk for the nurse. They'll have a desk. There's a second one down here. You got storage in this area too, where you've got cabinets, again, for storage of the needs of our facility throughout the day. We've made plan to make sure you have all that. We have a protected area here for medications, ice machine, and a few other things. It has to be behind locked doors. And you've got a restroom in this area as well. That's, again, we needed so many restrooms in the facility because of the number of people that will actually utilize the facility. So again, all the bathrooms have a similar look. And if you notice in all the walls and all the rooms, there's always one accent wall. And we're utilizing different colors or different aspects of the UCP logo and the UCP program. So that kind of neat. Again, if you look up, you've got fire system in place. You've got your ducts from the air system. You see the lighting going in. You can see the electrical outlets on the wall. They're starting to go in for all in that respect. Yes?
I have a question, Roger. I noticed a lot of these rooms, when we walk in, the lights...
In that respect. Yes?
I have a question, Roger. I noticed a lot of these rooms, when we walk in, the lights turn on automatically.
And that's one of the things, one opportunity to walk in rooms and be able to stay on while you're in the room. And there's definitely controls in that respect. And again, I want to say it's an added cost to the facility, but it was the right cost because of what we do and how we utilize the facilities throughout the day. So it'll give out, it's a cleaner to the facility and what we do. So it is kind of cool. Yeah. Like here. Yeah. It's kind of neat to see that. Yeah. I don't know. What's that? Oh, as we keep walking. I know I got to keep walking. I won't take you upstairs, but the upstairs is coming together. Next time the offices are together. There's a bathroom that was added up there. That's up there as well. We've also got 6 offices. Hey guys, how you doing? No, you're fine. And then upstairs, we've also got 6 offices. Hey guys, how you doing? No, you're fine. And then upstairs, they've already textured all the walls. They've already painted all the walls. They're getting ready to put the T-bar in the ceilings, which is in. They'll actually start to work on all the electrical up there. Again, your fire alarms and all those type of things, and all your wall units, and they'll finish that up within the next couple weeks. So that's kind of neat too. And that overlooks it. And we have the multi-purpose room up there that overlooks the multi-purpose room. We have our the multi-purpose room up there that overlooks the multi-purpose room. We have our lighting and sound room, as well as our copy room, and in general areas for meetings. So yeah, it's a neat area. This area in here, we've come through. They're getting ready to sheetrock a lot of it. This is what we're in now. Will be our student area of all their student artwork, student pottery, anything that students have created. We'll also have sales for our rare earth coffee that we have here, and Bell olive oil as well. So everything that the students provide. We'll also have a student store in here where people can come in and purchase things, and we'll have students eventually, selling some of their product here in our store on site. It'll be an exciting area. It'll also showcase what we do every day with our art on the walls. We'll have shelving for the potteries. We'll have areas here. Our area will also have a recognition wall for all our founders. All of our key holders will go on a wall in a multi-purpose area, and then all of our naming rights for each of the rooms, they'll actually go on each of the doors that we have. And we have about 10 people that have naming rights at this point. They've named anywhere from 15,000 to 100,000 at this point, but you can put your name on one of the rooms or one of the big rooms or one of the facilities at that point. Yes?
Where can people go to donate if they would like to donate online, Roger?
If they want to go and donate online, there's two places you can go. You can go to the UCPCC.org website, or you can go youholdthekeys.org website. If you're really interested in finding out more information, please give me a call at 559-221-8272. I'm an extension 105. You can ask for Roger, you can ask for Wayne. We will get a hold of you. We'd love to have you come do a tour. We'd love you to do a presentation of what's available for sponsorship, what's available for the future, because this isn't for now. This is 7 years of people's passion. It's 7 years of their vision. It's our job now to continue that, to make it happen. In 10, 20 years when I'm not here, this will be here. And people will be enjoying the facility for what it was built for and the vision. Probably one day they'll outgrow it and have to go somewhere else, but it's built for growth. It's built for the vision of what people really want people with disabilities to be in the bigger community, inclusionary, and really just the fact that they have a better opportunity. Most people that come to our facility are here for the rest of their lives. And we want them to have a better quality of life while they're here, and we want to give them bigger space, ownership of where they are and who they are, and be part of the community. We want the community to come in and see things. In the evenings and weekends, we'll do functions and other outdoor activities that'll include people with and without disabilities. It'll include the community. It'll include at large as well. So it's about that. And if you do want to give, you can go to youholdthekeys.org, or you can contact us at 559-221-8272. Feel free to contact us anytime. We will get a hold of you in that respect. So again, everything has a price. This is a very large project, and it's a project for the future as well as it is for now. So, yeah. As we continue to walk through, this is all the sheetrock guys. They take good care of us. They're making it all come together. You can see, I love to say sheetrock. Everybody knows that by now. This is the remainder of the sheetrock that will all go up in this hallway. This will be our front entrance. Reception area will be out here to the left, which is, have a welcoming area. It'll also have 2 workstations for some of our staff. And as we walk into the lobby, we've got 2 new sets of restrooms that are all being redone to be upgraded, and you can kind of go in them. They're getting ready to do the mud on the walls. Then they'll follow it with the texturing, and then they'll put all the tile, and it'll start to come together. So I look forward to seeing this in about a month and see the difference between what it is now and what it'll be. It even was, if you looked a month or 2 ago when it was tore out, it's totally different. So a lot of the toilets, a lot of the sinks are already here. And once they get it dialed in, they'll all come in. So it's an interesting process, and it's been really, really educational to say the least, but it's been exciting because I know what the vision of 70 plus years has been and what we want it to be. So new front doors, double sets of glass, both accessible by electronics so people can use the buttons. They're all ADA accessible, even the concrete as it goes out front. Matter of fact, if you want, you can see outside today they were they poured a new concreted, that's our handicap parking area from that standpoint, and at that point, it's kind of cool. And there's two sets, they did it that way. Handicap parking area from that standpoint, and at that point it's kind of cool. And there's two sets, they did it that way because ADA code parking, right? So it's pretty interesting in that respect of how it's all come together. All this concrete that we're standing on, as much as you can see up and around, is all new, and it all fits ADA. And you'll see all the paint start coming out on these walls, even on the entranceway where they had to increase by 18 inches for fire trucks. Those ceilings and walls will be put in place, and it's always fun to see a little bit more of it come together. Again, you can see the windows out front that have been replaced. You can see the windows that need to be replaced. These two are to the restrooms, and need to be replaced. These two are to the restrooms, and at that point they're only got small windows up at point for light. So, but yeah, each of the windows are unique in the design and and what they are. And again, thank you to the glass company who actually made it happen for us. They definitely took good care of us, that's for sure. So, as I walk in here, this area here is going to be our program offices for all of our adult day care program. We've got our home adaptive program where people go into the home or come to their site to get services. We'll also have some staff in here, and as we walk through here, it's a little dark, but we'll walk through. This area in here is for this staff. They'll have coffee, and they'll have a copy machine, and your microwave and all of that. This will be a staff office for when we do intakes with our students and have an opportunity. We have our student advisors so they can meet in here with the individual staff and students, and then there's a larger room next to this we can walk in, which will be our boardroom, but it'll also be a meeting space for families and for the regional center and for others to come in to do assessments for our staff and I would say staff, but it's our students really from that perspective. So again, you come in here, this is this boardroom. Again, they're getting ready to complete the ceiling. This room will be dialed in with monitors on the wall, so we can have it for trainings, for meeting space, for board meetings, but also for student intake and when they come and check our facilities. That has a separate entrance on this facility, which not every room does. You can see the windows, how much brighter it makes the facility feel and seem at this point. We're excited about that. You got another walkway to the upstairs, and again, I talked a little bit about that, and administrative offices up there. The old commercial kitchen will be here, a new set of doors, and as we walk out to this way, you've got the patio area, all fenced in, all the way down. You'll have fence gates, so it gives an opportunity for our students to get inside, outside, and like a day like today, it's okay, but about 4 o'clock in the afternoon when the sun's beating in here, it's a little hot on this side of the building, but that's all right. This is the west side from that perspective. Yes?
Will people be able to drink their coffee here under the umbrellas and tables in the morning?
Yes, our goal
open
is
to the public?
Everything out here, we're going to have tables.
Drink their coffee here under the umbrellas and tables in the morning?
Yes, our goal
open
is
to the public?
Everything out here, we're going to have tables and space for people to sit and enjoy. Shop area for Rare Earth as one of our sponsors, and whether we make the coffee or they make the coffee, one day we'll have coffee in here. We really want the outside public to come here and enjoy a day or have a coffee with our students, or maybe it's a sponsor, maybe it's a parent, maybe it's somebody who's never been here before and wants to get a coffee on the way to work, and it's somebody who's never been here before and wants to get a coffee on the way to work. And we're working on a plan to make that accessible out of our commercial kitchen. Again, I'm sure there's good things about that when we move that forward, and in the afternoons. And this will be a place in the evenings and weekends if outside people want to come utilize it for other purposes. We're going to be available to do that. It won't be available till probably March or April of 2026, but we are working on a plan to have opportunities in the evenings and weekends for April of 2026. But we are working on a plan to have opportunities in the evenings and weekends for people with disabilities, their families, people without disabilities in their families to be able to utilize the sites for outside events. So we'll walk down to this patio real quick. You can see these the doors are going to be taken out, and we're still framing in windows. I don't know why they did that. Interesting. So this will have a new door going through here.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, so they're getting ready.
Wait, look at me.
As we walked into this room here, so the camera's here. As we walked in the room here through this, you could see the sheets on the walls, but they're getting ready to. They'll come in here and spray the walls with all the texture. So that's where they're at that point of they're going to texture all these walls. Then they'll come paint it. Then they'll put the T-bar in the ceilings, and then they'll finish all the electrical. Then they'll, at that point, be ready for this room will be ready for the windows and everything else, doors, finishing up. One of our unique things down here, the commercial kitchen stays the same from what it was, though there has been an added dishwasher inside. But if you come down to our teaching kitchen, and I'll open
Roger.
it. Yes, ma'am.
I heard that this is also very unique to the Central Valley. It's a teaching kitchen that has double of everything. Can you explain that to us, please?
Yeah, I'm going to open the door so you can see with the light, but take around. This is a teaching kitchen, so the purpose of it is that we can teach people with disabilities, and so they can either on their own at home work in their own kitchens. If they're living by themselves or if they're living with family, they can help in the prep process. It's unique because there's two of everything in here. There's two areas for prep. There's 2 areas, sinks, 2 areas for a dishwasher. There's 2 microwaves, 2 ovens, 2 stoves, 2 refrigerators on the entire site. You can see kind of where the refrigerators are going to go. You can kind of see where all the hoods are going to go for the stoves. So it's unique in the fact that there's probably not many kitchens like this in Central Valley or even in the country, much less Central Valley.
Roger, I have another
yeah.
question.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain this counter and how it works for people that are in wheelchairs?
Yeah, if you notice it's lower, one thing, and the other part of it is that you've got it's on an angle, so somebody with a wheelchair could actually roll up underneath it and utilize it, from whether it was a sink or if it was a stove. At this point, the height of it allows somebody with a wheelchair to come up and do the excess of that. So you have 2 different heights, one for people without disabilities and one with, because we also have a lot of students that aren't in wheelchairs as well, but we do have 80% of our population, or 75 is in wheelchairs or non-ambulatory in that respect. So very unique. You can see the ceilings are getting ready to go in. Most of the T-bars in the ceilings. Again, it's very unique for this facility. Another uniqueness to this facility is this 24-foot fire door as one of the exits. We wanted this to open up into the multi-purpose area. That 24-foot door allows that openness, but if there was ever a fire, that door would shut and close because this is not a fire exit. This would be a separate exit from the facility. So, yeah, again.
I have a question, Roger. What's going to be in this big room that we're standing in?
Well, this is an extension of the teaching kitchen for a reason, and it's an extension out of the commercial kitchen for a reason. It'll be an eating area, it'll be a meeting area, it'll be an area where our students that are participating in the class, it'll be a prep area. We're working with facilities designs for having an area where people can relax, come in and have coffee with their staff, have coffee with students in the morning, and in that point, from that perspective, we can also, again, it's allowing people to see people do the cooking, and we'll also, once a week, we have a student store that will sell burritos, or we'll make something that's local. Eventually we've got a garden, so we bring stuff from our garden and we do that as well. We've got a friend company that donated olive oil, so we'll utilize the products that we get from community businesses as well. We're working with Rare Earth Coffee. They also a company that deals with a lot of convenience store items, so we'll have a convenience store for our staff and make it easy for them to be able to have access to those type of things. So Yeah, there's still a lot to figure out as we move forward. That's a good problem to have. We want to finish, get everybody in, and that's where we're in that position now. We're about 6 months out. Hopefully by the end of December, most of it's all finished, getting ready to get all permitted and licensed so that we can get our students in here by February 1st.
And again, for the people out there, where can they donate if they want to donate?
If they want to donate, I can send them to my house if they want to donate. But no, UCPCC.org is our actual website. You can go on there. You can also, while you're on there, you can click on youholdthekeys.org if you want specific donations to go to the facility. If you want recurring donorship or anything along those lines, both sites allow us to do that. Youholdthekeys.org is one. The other is UCPCC.org in that respect. And there's the area you click on and hit the donate button. It'll take you to the donate page. It'll allow you to do a monthly one-time fee, or if you really are interested in a tour, you're interested in coming to the site, you want to donate more, you have a person with disabilities in your family, or you've ever been affected by people with cerebral palsy or affected by anybody with disabilities, or you really want to say, I want to know more and figure out more, please contact us at 559-221-8272. I'm at extension 105. Ask for Roger. If I'm not here, ask for Wayne, or just ask for any one of our staff, and we'll get back to you within a time frame, because we want to show you what we're doing. This is a bigger scale than anybody would think, and that's great question, by the way, because it has, it's all got to be paid for. Our goal is to get everything paid for so that we can still get funding down the road to give our students additional opportunities, and we're at that point where we're going to open here in February of next year. We'll be able to make it happen for our students. We'll be able to double our number of students in the next 2 to 3 years at this facility because of the site and 40,000 square foot facility that we're moving to here from about a 15,000 square foot facility. So it's more like 2.5 times the numbers, but we'll get there at one point, and then we're excited about that aspect, no doubt. Okay, hey, thank you for your time today. There's more to show. We'll do that next time.